Hey everybody, it's Dave here, and today I am going to rip all four of these Topps Series 1 hangers. As you can see, we have four different years represented here. We're going to start with 2020, we have 2021, 2022, and 2023. Try saying all of those years back to back to back to back. And we're going to rip them all, but before we do that, I thought it might be helpful, just like I did with my Bowman Blaster series, to take a step back and to take a look at the odds in terms of what you might be able to get. Now, with the Bowman Blaster series, we were evaluating the class of first Bowmans in each of those products. This is a little different. In this case, I am going to take a look at the odds on the back of each of these boxes and let you know how much harder it is to pull something out of here than it is in here. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to toss it up to our official mathematics correspondent up in the card library. Dave, take it away. Well, thank you, Dave. Let's go ahead and take a look at the odds on these four hanger boxes right here. Now, we are looking at Topps Series 1. This is one format, just these 4 years, so it's a very limited snapshot. But we can at least get a little bit of a picture of how hard it is to pull parallels out of 2023 Topps Series 1. So I want to start with the base set first, pretty consistent across all four releases. You're looking at about 350 to 330 cards. I wasn't sure if the set had expanded. It turns out it really hasn't. And also the rainbow parallels, the rainbow foil parallels are the same year over year as well. So you're not going to see a big difference there. Now, where I have NA, it either means that my particular hanger box doesn't have the odds on it, which might mean that it is exclusive to a particular seller. In the case of the blue, that would mean Walmart. There are also yellow hangers and parallels that are exclusive to Walgreens. And down here for the green and the orange and the red, those were not available throughout all 4 years. For the black, where it says NA, these years, I believe in each of those 3 years, it was a hobby or a jumbo exclusive. So you could not even pull those out of the hangers. But here's where we start to see a little bit of a problematic picture. So rainbow foils, 1 out of 2 hangers, consistent across all 4 years. But that is not the case with the rest of the parallels, because the rest of the parallels, as you know, are numbered. So if we look at the gold, you can see 1 out of every 3 boxes of these 2020 Topps Series 1 hangers, you're going to get a gold. That's pretty good. I wish it was that easy these days, but it's not. It doubled the next year, went up a little bit more into 2022, and now it doubled again from last year. So you're looking at a 4-year difference of, it's a 5x essentially. So for every 1 gold that you're going to pull out of 2023, you're going to pull 5, in theory, out of 2020. Now, what does that mean? It means, well, if you buy 15 hangers, you have to spend somewhere in the area of, I don't know, about $180 maybe after tax to pull 1 gold numbered card. So that's pretty brutal. So just keep that in mind as you are looking and you see hanger boxes out there in the wild. Now you can see the odds for the green and the orange and the red. I have these here. Essentially, these have all doubled from last year. Okay, now I don't have these for every year. Like I said, some of these parallels are new, but those have gone up basically double from last year. If you look at the vintage stock, this is going to mirror what we see with the gold, where it is 5x. So 1 out of 60 hanger boxes is now out of basically 1 out of 300 hanger boxes. Kind of crazy. Independence Day, same story. Mother's Day pink, Father's Day blue, camo, and the platinum 1 of 1s. It's all about 5x. You see down here, it's going to take you 30,000 hanger boxes to pull a 1 of 1. Now, obviously, you know that is a very unlikely scenario anyway, so those odds aren't super important. But when we're talking about golds and greens and oranges, parallels that you are really hoping to pull out of a hanger, that's where you're kind of getting a little bit of the short end of the stick here. So if there's one thing that I can impart, it would be to use some caution when you see these 2023 Series 1 hanger boxes out there in the wild. And you will, because they printed a lot of this, as we can see right here. Now, again, this is one format. Okay, there are obviously multiple formats to these, including the super boxes that they just released for the first time this year for 2023. Topps does tend to get a little creative with the formats of Series 1 in general. We had the tin boxes back in 2021. So you will see a little bit of different formats like that. If you want a better idea of the different formats and comparing that year over year and just taking an assessment of it, of the print runs and things like that, I would recommend two different people, Striker Breaks here on YouTube and Scotty B Cards here on YouTube. They both do a great job of either breaking down the different formats or taking a look at the print runs. And as you can see with 2023, it's pretty ugly this year. I mean, it's nice that you can reasonably pull a blue like you could in the past or a rainbow foil like you could in the past, but you have to keep in mind that those print runs are much, much higher. So I would be also urge some caution with buying some rainbow foils or some blue parallels in terms of singles on the market. You cannot treat it as equal to, say, a Bo Bichette rainbow foil from Topps in 2020. They're just not the same. There's not as many of them back then as there are now. They're printing those up just like they're printing up the base sets like crazy. So maybe you hear my voice in the back of your head the next time you're at Target or Meijer or Walmart. Hey, you might not want to buy that hanger. You might just want to go buy the single instead. That's true of all sealed wax, but it's especially true as we look at these four products. So, I think that we should go back down to the card lab and we should rip these four hangers here. But before that, let's make sure that we're giving away our Ultra Pass for this week first.
Why, thank you, Dave. What a great breakdown of the odds in these different hanger boxes. Man, that guy is so valuable to our organization. I'd love to pay him. Maybe someday if the channel gets monetized. But that's not the issue that we're here to resolve right now. We are going to go ahead and do the Ultra Pass giveaway. Now, I had to switch up my YouTube comment picker. The last one decided that it wanted to start charging some money. So let's go ahead and paste in our link. This is for that Topps Chrome Lightbox video. And then we are going to filter by the comment. The keyword was diamond. I don't think we need to include replies. And we will hit continue. We should just get a few. Yep, just 5 entries this time. Let's see who wins. It's going to be Star, Sports Cards, Hobbies, and More. Nice Bets and Pujols Mini Diamond Cards. Thank you very much. Yeah, those were definitely the best of the bunch there. And it was pretty cool pulling those two future Hall of Famers as mini diamond cards. So that was pretty neat. So Star Sports Cards, I will go back and comment on or leave you a reply on your comment to let you know how to redeem that prize and what that means for you moving forward. Congratulations on that. And if you want to enter the Ultra Pass for this video, it's going to be Hanger, Hanger. Don't do it as an airplane hanger. You want hanger box, Hanger, as in Series 1 hangers. And without further ado, because there's been a lot of ado so far, let's just go ahead and start ripping these. So I'm going to go, I think, I'm going to start with the most recent, 2023, which is probably the product I have ripped the least out of all of these. And I did have Mr. Ortiz, hopefully delivering some good luck on these hangers. That's our good luck charm here on the channel. All right, so let's get right into it. Where did I put my blade? Right here. Okay, so 2023, this is a product, as I said before, you're going to see it on shelves a bunch, okay? There's a lot of this stuff, a lot of this stuff in many different formats, as I totally failed to get a good cut on the packaging here. So, it's a really nice product in terms of the rookie class. The design's pretty cool, as we've, talked about in our last video. So there's a lot to like about 2023. It's just the print run is what drives me crazy with this. But hopefully we can pull some good cards out of here. Now, one thing I did leave out of my breakdown is that, anecdotally, I've watched a lot of hangers get ripped, and I've, done a little bit of that myself too. And, it does seem like the odds are maybe slightly better than what Topps tells you. At least, like I said, that's anecdotally what it seems like. I'm not going to worry about flipping all of these around, guys. I'm just going to leave it like this. Unless, of course, they're all like this. That is super annoying. All right. Well, let's go ahead and... Isn't that always how it works out? Then you get to these cards. So, yeah, I've seen some good stuff pulled out of these packs. And like other hangers in the past, it does kind of seem like you have a couple opportunities for a big parallel in the middle. We'll see what this one presents to us. Of course, by looking at the odds, we know that the reality there is pretty rough. There's a Bayo rookie. I've actually been working on a little PC of his rookies so far. I think he's underpriced. So it's hard to know. Like I said, I would prefer to take the Topps odds with a little bit of skepticism, and to say, all right, it's unlikely that, we're we're going to get good cards out of the hanger. So that said, let's see what we do. I did see we have a royal blue here, and it was a horizontal card, and that is Marcus Wilson. So it's a rookie, Marcus Wilson, and then we should be getting to our Stars of MLB. I'll go ahead and quickly sleeve that up. Royal blues are unnumbered, and Marcus Wilson is not one of the big rookies in this product, but you know what? I'm going to keep an eye on... Oh, that's not cooperating. There we go. On what we get for parallels. Hopefully we get another one in here. It would be nice to see, but we know odds-wise that's a tough proposal. Mookie Betts, Rafael Devers, Garrett Cole, Bo Bichette for the Stars of MLB. They print a ton of that stuff too. I'll try to keep different piles going. We've got rookies. We've got inserts, Stars of MLB. Carlos Correa insert. 1-2 punch, Aaron Nola, Zach Wheeler. So that's probably it for the big cards. That Tatis is just the base. And you know what? I'll keep a little stars pile here going too. All right, see what we get down the stretch here. Card collector Matt Strom there. There's a Brett Beatty rookie. One of the top rookies out of here, arguably. Let me move Marcus Wilson back a little bit. All right. Yep, I know. I'm going slow as usual. I'm sorry for those of you that I tend to bother with this. Miguel Vargas, a decent rookie out of this. Nolan Jones was a top 100 prospect. He is now with Colorado, which actually is fitting to me in a way because I think the natural comp for him is probably, you know, in an ideal world, he's kind of like a Chris Bryant type. I mean, he's obviously not on his level by any means, but you know, I think, and there's Albert Pujols' final year card right there. But I think in the ideal world, that's what Nolan Jones ends up being. So we have 2022 Series 1. I've probably ripped, I don't know, about a dozen of these hangers. And these are tough because you cannot pull a lot of big rookies out of this. Wander Franco is the big rookie. It's crazy to think that his base cards out of this at one point, you know, in the middle of the hobby hype, we're going for crazy amounts of money. And now you can probably get them for $1 or less. So don't buy hype, guys. Lots of people buy hype and then they get burned on it. I forget, man, I wish I remembered what the first PSA 10 of Wander Franco's base card went for, because it was some crazy amount of money. And I just hope that guy is happy with that transaction because, yikes, you can get him for a lot cheaper these days. Vidal Brujan, one of the top rookies in here. Probably not worth putting him aside, but I will anyway. Andrew Vaughn. Speaking of Wander Franco, he is off to a killer start this year. I don't know how much you all have been paying attention so far. I can't get enough baseball this time of year. It just it warms up my soul. I just love it this time of year. And I was just watching the Rays game earlier. I had a couple of I had a parlay going on the Rays game, which was looking pretty good by the time I went down to record this video. Josiah Gray, another rookie who was a top prospect, getting kind of lit up to start his career. Just watched a game of his the other day too, actually. But Wander Franco hitting over 400 right now. I think he's got a couple of home runs, a couple of steals, so really off to a nice start. All right, nothing crazy so far, but it looks like we have a royal blue out of this one as well. I know a slow reveal is probably annoying out of this, but let's see what we have. Jorge Mateo. All right, I'm not going to sleeve him up, but we'll put him over here. Lucas Giolito, rainbow foil. I think I've pulled this exact rainbow foil before. I'll put him over here. There's a Rafi Devers, 1984. Some more Stars of MLB, Juan Soto, Byron Buxton, Javier Baez. Did not see any chromes out of there. Mark McGuire is going to be our welcome to the show card. There's a Pete Alonso. Nothing special about that one. So see what we get for base cards down the stretch here. There's not really anybody that's going to be super valuable out of all these cards. I've ripped so much of 2022. I'm sure I've got every, or I at least have pulled every base card out of the 2022 Series 1 set so far. All right, so we know our roughest odds were on those two boxes. We have gotten so far 2 royal blues. We have 1 rainbow foil as well. And now we're going to get into 2021, which might have the weakest rookie class of the bunch. Wow, this packaging on the outside of the boxes always gets me. All right, get rid of that. You know, there wasn't really anybody that went nuts out of 2022 21, you know, the rookie class in general is pretty weak other than the guys that were in later products like Andrew Vaughn and Alek Manoah. But we'll see what we come up with. That's the fun of doing this, right? Is you hope you pull something crazy that you never expected. And that's always a possibility. So 2021, one of the premier, you know, products released in the middle of the hobby hype, you know. I feel like this is when a lot of people were just getting back into it. You could really, it was hard to find product like this on the shelf. So we'll see what we get for rookies out of here. There's a Mookie Betts. I kind of stopped with my star pile here. I know a lot of people don't even collect star base anymore, it feels like, but I do. I actually still throw stuff like that into binders. I enjoy that. Tarik Skubal's probably one of the better rookies out of this class here. I'll put that one aside. At least I know that I had a few of his cards I was going after for a while there. Chris Davis no longer playing. There's a Rafi Devers, so that one might go in a binder if I don't have it already. Looks like we get our first gold here finally. So let's see if we can get a cool one. And it is going to be Jon Gray. So not exactly who we're looking for. And a rainbow foil right behind it, Milwaukee Brewers team card. Isn't that exactly what you want to pull? All right, so I'm not even going to bother with getting a soft sleeve on Jon Gray. But that card is numbered to 2021. Joey Votto, Gleyber Torres. We have our Redux cards here. Alec Boehm's not a bad one. I'm not going to sleeve it up, though. I don't think it requires that. Paul Goldschmidt for the insert. Johnny Bench. This is the, what do they call it? 70 years of Topps insert here. Luckily did not run into one of those fake autograph cards that people were selling for crazy amounts of money on eBay. I have pledged. I don't think I ever pulled one out of all this product that I've ripped. I don't think I've ever pulled one of those. And if I ever did, I have vowed to rip it in half right on camera because I think those cards are basically evil. So I didn't have to do that, which is just fine by me. All right, taking my time going through these. I know. I'm awfully slow here, but I do appreciate all of you joining. It's been so cool to see the channel growing over the last month or two and to have some new people around here commenting on videos and spending their time with me. It's so cool to see, and I very much appreciate all of you. Yadier Molina wrapping up that hanger. And we have our final one. This is the one I'm most excited to rip here, 2020 Series 1. And this is actually the product that Mr. Ortiz here came out of. I pulled him out of a hobby jumbo box of this product. So, hey, maybe we can pull another one, right? Stranger things have happened in the world, you know. For example, I know that there's this guy on YouTube that once pulled 2 one-on-one autos out of a Topps Fire hobby box. You should look him up. I think his name is Ultra Modern Baseball. So you should be able to find him. Let's see what we got in the 2020 hanger. I totally opened this the wrong way. These ones open the on the bottom as opposed to the side. This is probably the best rookie class. It's between this and 2023. 2023 has a lot of hyped players, but this one has more established players. So you can pull, you know, Bo Bichette, Yordan Alvarez, Tony Gonsolin. You know, you can get all of those guys out of this. Luis Robert is not in Series 1. He's actually a short print in Series 2. But we'll see what we can come up with here. I really love the 2020 design. I don't know what it is. They picked good photos. It's a nice, just clean design across the board. Probably, yeah, maybe my favorite of the 4 flagship years that we're looking at here today. I do like 2022. 2023 is okay. 2021 was a disaster with the small letters that are impossible to read. All right, Nick Solak, one rookie out of here. It'd be cool if we got a parallel that wasn't just a gold. Hopefully we can find something here. This one is a rainbow of Carlos Correa. At least it's a pretty notable player. So put him over here. Hey, we got a short print. How about that? We got a Robin Yount short print. So that's definitely the best card that we've pulled so far today by a pretty wide margin. Let's go ahead and toss that in a top loader. So I'm glad we got something that was top loader worthy. You know, with retail, obviously it is a crapshoot, but you know, more crap than not, quite frankly, when you're working with retail. But these were always our best odds. Do I have the box here handy again? I think I tossed it. I was just going to see what the odds were for short prints. I did not look at those odds when I created that video that part of the video with all the odds. Frank Thomas, Rod Carew, couple of Hall of Famers right there. Scherzer, there's a Kyle Lewis rookie. What were these going in the height of the Kyle Lewis days? I don't even know if I want to know the answer to that. Kyle Lewis, Sean Murphy's not a bad Turkey Red rookie right there. Gleyber Torres. And now we're just over to base cards, but we can still pull a pretty nice base rookie out of here. We'll just keep an eye out for one of our top guys. And we'll flip it around. Christian Yelich, Paul Goldschmidt. I'm going to have another couple of videos coming up soon. I'm going to have a couple coming up where I'm not giving away Ultra Passes. Don't want to get into the content strategy of all that, but I will have a couple where I'm not necessarily giving away an Ultra Pass in every single video, so just be aware of that. There's a Juan Soto. That's a cool card. I actually have this in a gold parallel. So we'll hang on to that one. Mike Trout, always good to pull a Trout. But keep an eye out for future videos. I will have some more coming up very soon. Not sure if I'm going to have any more rips in the next week or two, but hopefully we'll be able to get to a couple other ideas I've been working through. So just to recap on everything that we have here, we pulled the short print out of 2020, by far the best card. We pulled... how many rainbow foils? We have 1, 2, 3. So rainbow foil out of every product except 2023. Yeah, except 2023. We have the 2 royal blues right here. Again, not numbered. And we only pulled 1 gold today. That's the John Gray right here. 1567 out of 2021, and then a bunch of inserts and base cards and all of that good stuff. So thank you for tuning in. Again, if you see Series 1 in the wild, I would exercise some caution, as we've proven here today. I mean, it's great. You're going to see a lot of people pulling cool stuff on Twitter. It's the nature, or on Instagram, or anywhere that you look, YouTube. It's the nature of the beast to share the good hits and to not share the bad. I want to show you the truth of everything. And so that's why I wanted to do that odds breakdown. So just exercise some caution when it comes to pulling 2023 Series 1 off the shelf, because they're telling you right on the box that it's brutal. So thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you again soon.